Okay, radio check, radio check. Am I audible? Can someone confirm? Anyone on the stream? Confirmation would be great. And it's lights out, and away we go. We have VFix leading away from Caesar. He gets an amazing start there. Caesar getting boxed in there by VFix's good start. Has a slight look, but obviously he would not want to go down the inside of his teammate as VFix leads away. Gupta drops down to P3. Okay, so Gupta drops down to P3, and we have Caesar in P2. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 again. So this is history repeating itself from yesterday as the Ferraris lead away. We have VFix, of course, leading away on the mediums as well, along with Caesar. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Ferrari 1-2 and Gupta dropping down to P3 with Epic Brothers making a charge up there to P4. Let's have a quick look at the position change as they go side by side there. Epic and Gupta, and Epic gets the better of Gupta. Wow, round the outside he goes and takes that podium position. Epic Brothers over there and jumps up to P3. Let's have a quick look at the position changes. So we have Caesar making up one position, Epic making up two positions, Gupta losing two off the start, so not a very good start for him again there. And we have Shadow losing a position as well. So Tanish Kibran in P7 with the maximum position gain as he is P5 now. Wow. He's P5. Wow. Okay, that's really nice. That's a really nice start there. And Hushraf up to P10 as well with that monstrous start. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, so coming back to the leaders, 4 tenths separate the two leaders. At the moment, it's VFix and Caesar battling it away. This is some IRL throwbacks to season 3, season 2, and all the other seasons where VFix and Caesar battled away, and wow, within a second these Ferraris are so close you could put a blanket on them. And it's just now next lap we will have DRS, so that will make things really interesting because we'll have to see if these guys fight each other or they just let each other by and make use of the DRS wisely and not lose time to the cars behind. But as it stands, they're in a league of their own, VFix and Caesar, with Epic Brothers falling away 2 seconds in the back. So wow, like, okay, so these guys are in a league of their own. They're around 2 seconds clear of Epic Brothers, so they have no pressure from behind. They're just in a battle of their own, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this battle unfolds as we have some activity going down behind as Hushraf makes up another position on chip schema and jumps into P9. What a charge from the back he's made. 5 positions up off the start just in the first 2 laps. That is really commendable from Hushraf there as he powers away, and it's quick killer next for Hushraf. And I don't know why I can't hear the volume on the game, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep continuing and see what I can do. So it's Hushraf now. His next target is quick killer. He gets a monstrous exit out of the last corner, and we have VFix setting up the fastest lap of the race, and we have DRS now enabled by race controls. So this is going to be really interesting to watch and to see what Caesar does to get past VFix on this occasion with DRS. And let's see if they battle it out, or do they work together and help each other out here. So I don't think it's going to be a very friendly battle here, but it's going to be interesting to watch what happens. So now VFix getting a really good exit out of there. A 7 tenths clear of Caesar is not going to be close enough on this occasion, even with DRS to close up. He's just not gaining enough time. Wonder if VFix is running lower wing, but yeah, so he's 5 tenths into the proximity of VFX. We have players having a battle in the back. I'm sorry I didn't cover much in the back because leaders were just scrapping away. So yes, with quick killer now in P7, Hushraf back in P9. So okay, makes the position up on Tanish back into P8 now, and okay, up against quick killer again. So now again he takes that wide line on the exit, does Hushraf now, and he's gonna try and again just put some pressure on quick killer and hope he makes a mistake to make a pass on him, because this part of the track is not really easy to overtake on. So he's just putting a lot of pressure on quick killer now. Is he gonna go for a move? Is he? Oh, he just backs out of there. So yeah, he's just putting up some pressure so he can Yep, unsettled the driver, and there again he gets a really good exit, and he will have DRS on this occasion. And that's DRS wide open, and that's an easy textbook move for Hushraf there. And yeah, that was a really easy move for him as he makes his way up to P7 from the back of the grid. 7 places gained for the Haas driver. He makes up another position. He's up to P6 now. Wow. Okay, 8 positions gained by. Oh wow, by Hushraf there. So really crazy comeback from the Haas driver, who is currently second in the championship. So we have again Caesar and VFix within 9/10 of each other. But again on this occasion, Caesar is not close enough to make that move on VFix, because VFix is just getting a really good exit out of that last corner before the DRS straight. So he's just been able to pull away and make sure that the DRS just doesn't aid Caesar enough to make a move, which is really smart from the reigning champion. So wow, that is good to see. And yeah, moving forward, we have Shadow running his own race at the moment. No cars in front, no cars in behind, so he's just chilling right now. And we have Redstone, who gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's quickly look at the penalty situation here. And hold up, I forgot how to take this on. Hold up. I'm just gonna enable everything. So, and okay, should be here. Yep, the penalty situation is okay. So Jishnu won his debut. I think he has a 3-second penalty. I am Rahul with a 5-second penalty. I wonder if that was in the pits. And but Redstone with a 3-second as well with track extension. So all right, let's quickly see what the leaders are up to. All right, so within 5/10 again. Now on this occasion Caesar is a lot closer, but now look at this corner now, where VFix gets a better exit every single time. That enables him to pull away with even without the DRS. So that's going to be interesting to see what Caesar can do on this occasion. Can he be close enough to make use of the DRS and make the pass on VFix? Well, 5/10 within 5/10 this time around. So what is Caesar gonna do? Okay, again he's not close enough, so VFix is just getting away with it now. He's within 3/10. The Ferraris are so close, within 2/10 as it stands. As oh, VFix, oh my god, VFix spins. Oh, and he's into the wall. VFix is into the wall. Oh my god, what a disaster for Ferrari there. Oh my god, that is just so unfortunate. Oh no, VFix into the wall there. It just took too much of that curb, which can unsettle the car, and pushed him right into the wall. So another disappointing DNF for VFix. Not ideal for the reigning champion, of course. And yeah, that would be his race over, as now we have Caesar in a comfortable lead there, a 4-second lead, which is commendable. And we have Epic and Racing Gupta. Okay, so Epic makes his pit stop. Let's take a quick look at the pit stop. The tire situation as well, because now the pit stop window will open up for everyone, since a safety car is in. It's a cheap pit stop, and let's see what tires everyone will box on. So my guess is going to be the hards. I don't think anyone will go for that aggressive of the strategy, because tire wear is just insane here, and even the safety car probability is not much. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, as we have okay, I'm going to quickly turn off the telemetry, because we do not want to give away this information to those greedy race engineers. So we're going to keep that off as we run away with the safety car. And we have Caesar leading away, and he stays out. So I'm not sure if he missed the pits or what, but he stays out. So we have, wow, okay, so we have PSI making a pit stop. We have everyone from P7 onwards who's made a pit stop. So Epic was in P3 and he's made a pit stop as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out, because these mediums are going to be good for another 10 laps in my opinion. After 10 laps they're going to get really bad, to the point where tire wear will just it's insignificant. Like, it's insignificant in terms of pace, so you have to box. Like, your pace just drops off drastically. So drivers will have to box. So yeah, I mean, somewhere it's a huge gamble in my opinion, because it would be great to just have a fresh set of hards or mediums right now to pull away for the rest of the race. So as it stands, everyone who's boxed for the hards is a huge advantage, even though they're going to have to put up with some crazy amount of tire management till at the end of the race. But if not for another safety car, they are up for a really good race. Quick Killer, Epic, Ships, and everyone who's boxed. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens now, considering strategy has now played a huge role in this race, because everyone who stayed out is somewhat taking a gamble, because yeah, they're going to be on fresher tires if they box, but yep, I don't think it's worth it right now because they'll just lose time. But yeah, okay, that's going to be interesting to watch. As I think we're going to have another lap of safety car waiting for Redstone and I am Rahul to join the pack and bunch up. So we're going to take, I think, yeah, another lap of safety car, and then we should be okay as the pack bunches up. So we have Caesar leading away the pack and the safety car. And wow, okay, let me just quickly take a look at the championship stats. So at the moment, Ethan leads away by 14 points. So Hushraf is currently P4, which means if he can bag a P3 today, a P3 or a P4, if he can maintain his position today, he can take the lead of the championship. Considering Ethan is not participating today, so huge race for Hushraf today. Huge comeback race for him. And it's a steal for him today because his championship rival is not even racing. So huge steal for him today if he can make up the positions and maintain this P4, P3 from the back of the grid. It'll be a huge recovery for him, and of course he'll be taking the championship lead as well. So that'll be close going into the last two races for Hushraf and Ethan for the D1 championship lead, as we have Caesar now getting some temps into the tires and backing up the pack, as we have everyone bunched up, all 13 drivers bunched up, with VFix obviously out of the race with that DNF. So crazy enough, VFix has had, I think, if I'm not wrong, VFix has had well, yeah, he's had 3 wins. Yep, 3 wins this season, and he has had quite a lot of DNFs. So yeah, he's practically won or he's DNF'd in most races, VFix. So pulling a bit of a Max Verstappen there is the reigning champion. But we have Gupta now back up to P2 after that poor start. So again, Gupta could have a good chance here for the race win. Not going to jinx it, not going to put that commentator's curse on him. But I hope that he gets it, because it's been long overdue since he's had his, like he's had a IRL win. So it's like it's long awaited by the audience. And yeah, I hope Gupta gets his first win. I mean, Caesar is up here for his comeback as well. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting race. In fact, for a change, looking at the top 3 now, we have Shadow Sword in the podium positions as well. So it's going to be really interesting to watch some new drivers on the face of the podium for a change, because for the last few races we've had pretty much repeat podiums. So yeah, and we're underway. Caesar gets away well with the safety car restart, 8/10 clear of Racing Gupta. So what a restart from Caesar as he leads away the pack. And okay, now the 9/10 gap almost going into the turn 4, if I'm not wrong, turn 5. So wow, 9/10 clear of him. Shadow Sword right on the tail of Gupta with a 4/10 gap there, and Hushraf meanwhile as well. So everyone's very close now. So a very good restart from Caesar, but not particularly from Shadow and Gupta. Oh, Shadow dives down the out. Okay. That was really close. Shadow almost went for a very late lunge there and almost made it around the outside. And we have a 3-way battle now as Hushraf gets excited and interested in making up some positions. And oh wow, what a move from Hushraf. Down the inside, just very subtle move, got Shadow napping there, and takes away that final podium position from Shadow, as we have Shadow battling away with Gupta now. So Hushraf up to P3 from the back of the grid. It's going to be really interesting to watch what he can do now with Gupta. Will he be able to make up this position, as Caesar is just pulling away with a 1.6 second gap out of DRS now as well. And yeah, Caesar just bringing back the old days of domination back again to IRL. And we have okay, so we have Epic in P6 with the fresh tires. Tanishq in P5 with the old tires, so it's going to be interesting to see what is going to play out here. And meanwhile, Hushraf and Gupta, this is going to be a good battle, a good three-way battle. DRS will be disabled for this lap and will be enabled by race control next lap, so that's going to make things even more interesting. But as of now, we have Gupta, Shadow and Hushraf battling away for P2. And there we go. Is that going to be a move? Is that going to be a move? He has a small look, but he thinks better of it, as he's just at the tip of his gearbox. There is Hushraf now, and he pulls out and he goes down the inside of Racing Gupta. Oh, and Gupta goes around the outside. But Hushraf has the inside line there. And oh wow, what a whoa! That was really good, really good defense from Gupta there to take back that position from the outside. And Hushraf just playing it safe because he knows what a big points haul this is for him. He just has to finish P3 or P4 to retake that championship lead, and finishing P2 even better. He gets a slight buffer of points, points buffer advantage compared to Ethan as well. And Caesar just again pulling away a massive gap, taking advantage of the P2 battle that is going on. As Hushraf has another look down the inside. Will he go for the move? Oh no! He's just having a look and going back inside, realizing that, thinking better of it, because it's just not worth it to lunge back down from lunge back on the inside from that far back. Yeah, we have DRS now enabled as I am now, gets a 3-second penalty. And look at these guys. Just the battle for P2 is so critical at the moment, and with Tanishq as well, who's within 7/10 of Shadow. So this is going to be interesting because DRS is now enabled. Gupta leading away, and Hushraf is now within 3/10. He's gonna have DRS, and this is going to be textbook for him because Caesar has pulled away and Gupta has absolutely no DRS. So that's a textbook move from Hushraf there. Goes down the inside and clinches that P2. Now, as it stands, Hushraf takes the championship lead with a slight buffer of points. And will Gupta try and take that position back from Hushraf, who now has clear air to really depict his pace and claw his way back to catch Caesar. So we all know Hushraf is a driver with amazing pace, and he's one of the fastest drivers. And now in clear air, let's see what we can do. It's a straight battle for the lead between Hushraf and Caesar. If he can keep Gupta behind and have enough of a buffer and not have to battle Gupta again, it's going to be interesting to see if he can claw his way back up to P1 from the back of the grid. That would be a last to first, and that would be really interesting to watch. It's pretty standard at the moment. No significant position changes. Everyone's just maintained their positions. Not any track battles as well, as we have I am Rahul and PSI battling away. PSI just has a small look over there, but again thinks better of it because it's just you cannot dive from that corner because the driver juts to the left, and it's just an incident-prone corner there if you dive on the inside from that far back. So Caesar still caning on Hushraf. So I think Hushraf might have just destroyed his tires in the battle for P2 and just clawing his way back up. Meanwhile, Caesar in clean air just cruising, as Hushraf has to again put up a defense from Gupta, who's done a fantastic job to keep up with the Haas driver, as Gupta has a slight look on the inside, but again he backs out, which was the wise move because that would have definitely resulted in a spin. So that is good. That is good thinking there from Gupta. And meanwhile, Shadow as well, just keeping up with these guys really well. So really good battle going on now for P2, as we have the Alpine, the Mercedes and the Haas just scrapping away. And we have Epic as well, who's just fallen back ever so slightly, I feel, because he's on the slower compound tires. But soon enough, the window for the medium runners, pit window for the medium runners will open, and now this would give an advantage to all of the hard runners who pitted during the safety car. So then this is where the strategy starts to play a huge role in the result of the race. So that is going to be super interesting to watch. And okay, so again these guys, you could really put a blanket on them. They're so close, within 3/10 of each other now with DRS enabled. This is going to be really interesting to watch. Meanwhile, Caesar just maintaining that 3.2 second gap from Hushraf not being able to make any inroads on that occasion. And yeah, he's just maintaining that gap. Caesar is pulling away now, and yep, so DRS now enabled. What is Gupta going to do? Is he going to make that move on Hushraf this time around? Now 5 tenths behind him. DRS enabled. Hushraf will not have any DRS considering he's way far back, but this is going to be really interesting as Gupta goes down the inside of Hushraf and takes that P2 back into his hands. And what a move from Gupta there as Hushraf gets the better line. He goes from the outside, carries more speed into the corner and has a better exit than Gupta, but Gupta now going defensive. And wow, this is so close. These guys are so, oh my god, this is really close there. Really good defense from Gupta, after that bad exit out of that corner. But and nevertheless, he claws his way back up. He takes that P2 away from Hushraf. And that is some fantastic racing we're getting to see from all three of these guys, who are really keeping it clean as well this time around for a change, which is great because we've had such scraps in the past few days. There's so many snafus, and it's good to see drivers keeping it clean and having some good racing. As we have Jishnu on his debut, I think he has crashed out on the oh my god, on the penultimate lap, and it's a safety car. Oh my god, oh, this is so bad for the people who made a pit stop, because now everyone who hasn't pit, the medium runners who stayed out, the gamble has paid off and they can all go and make a pit stop. So everyone, I'm guessing, from Caesar to everyone who's not pit, I think the top four and even Mayank and people who didn't pit, who started on the hards, everyone is going to be making a pit stop on fresh tires now, and everyone who boxed the hards earlier on, they kind of boxed in, and I think they will have to make a pit stop again on the mediums. Otherwise, by the end of the race, they'll have really worn out tires, and they won't be able to keep up with the medium runners who are on fresh mediums. So what is the ideal strategy now? This is super interesting. So I'm assuming everyone will have to go on the hard tires, because you have to choose a different tire compound, because of the rules. So they will have to go on the hards. But now, very interestingly, everyone who boxed earlier on can now afford to go on another set of mediums. So now this makes things really interesting, because they will have a definite pace advantage in the start. At least for 10 laps, they will have a huge, at least 1 second, almost 8-10 advantage per lap just because of their tires, just because of the compound difference, just because they're on the softer tires. So we see Caesar now going into the pits. Which tire will he be going on? So I think it's pretty obvious he has to go on the hard tire, because there's no other tire that can last that long, and he can't go on the mediums again. So, and Hushraf gets a 5 second in the pit lane. And Shadow also gets 5 seconds in the pit lane. I wonder if they had an incident there while getting into the pits. And I think they did. I think they had an incident while entering the pits. Did Hushraf try to make a move on Shadow in the pit lane, because he's P2? Okay, that's interesting. Shadow dropping down now. Shadow dropping down to P8. Wow, what is going on? Okay, I'm not sure what is going on. Everyone's making a pit stop, of course. They have to. And PSI on the softs? What is going on here? I think he's gambling on another safety car, which I believe is really unlikely, because it's Paul Ricard. But considering we've had 2 in the first 14 laps is significant enough. So I guess we might just see another safety car, and his gamble could pay off. So it's going to be interesting to see what PSI can do from, I guess, P14. P8 on lap 14 on the soft tire compound. And looking at this, we have a lot of penalties that are being displayed as well. So let's have a look at the penalty situation ASAP. So we have Hushraf and Shadow, who just got a 5 second in the pit lane. We have Mayank with a 3 second, Let's Stone with a 3 second, I am Rahul with 6 seconds, so a double track extension warning there to I am Rahul, which is not going to aid his race, who currently runs in P10 already. We have Chips with a 3 second, and we have Epic with a 3 second as well, currently at the back of the grid. We have 2 drivers who have DNF'd as of now, which is just known as debut, and V-Fix, of course, the reigning champion. So it's interesting to watch. And quickly looking at the tire situation once again after everyone has made their pit stops. So we have Caesar on the hards, Gupta on the hards in P2, and Hushraf on the hards as well. So everyone on fresh tires, and now interestingly Tanishq and Quick Killer on the mediums, on fresh mediums. And this gives them a huge strategy advantage as to pace, because the tires are just better. And the only thing is, of course, now we have 13 laps left. So in fact, I feel like it's Tanishq and Quick Killer, they have the biggest advantage at the moment, because they're P4, P5 currently with the fastest tire, and mediums can easily go 13 laps. And safety car isn't even in this lap yet, so I think that's going to be another lap of safety car. Even though the pack, it does look bunched up to me. I'm not sure what the situation is at the moment, but yeah, I'm not sure what the situation is. I think we do have another lap of safety car. We do have another lap of safety car. So now, really interesting. Now, PSI pits again. I think he realized that those soft compound tires are not going to last, and he's made his pit stop along with Ayan Rahul, if I'm not wrong. So they have made their pit stop, and yeah, I'm not sure if PSI even pit. I think, yeah, he didn't even pit. Yeah, position change. Pit stops. Where do I see the pit stops? Yeah, stops. So PSI is making his third pit stop. Chip Schema on a second, Epic on a second. So everyone who's made the second stop now is basically on a strategy advantage, because they have the fresh mediums to pull them along for the rest of the race. And wow, I never thought strategy would play such a huge role around here in this race, especially from the looks of it in the start. But turns out it has, because everyone's been on different strategies. Hushrav has got his way back up from P14. So wow, this race has turned out to be more interesting than a usual race in France, which is normally very mundane. But we do have a good race on our hands here, and strategy is going to play a huge factor here. So it's going to be really interesting to watch what these guys can do. I mean, Tanishq has been known to have really strong pace, matching usually the fastest drivers in IRL. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do on those fresh compound tires, fresh compound of mediums, and let's see what he can do. And it's going to be really interesting to also watch the top three who have displayed such strong pace throughout, to see if they can keep these drivers behind on the harder compound, which is much slower to the mediums, especially in the start. So safety car is in this lap. Race control has deployed the messages. Drivers start to get the temperatures back into their tires, weaving left and right, just to make sure they are in the right window for an efficient safety car restart. So looking at that, at the moment, Caesar leads away and gets some temp into those tires, and I'm going to go on board with Hushrav, and I'm going to see how Caesar takes away and leads away the restart. So it's going to be interesting to watch, see how he pulls away, because last time around Caesar had a really strong safety car restart that enabled him to just pull away a huge gap from Gupta. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do this time around, and yeah, Hushrav can capitalize on this as well. Unfortunately, he does have a 5 second as Tanishq just what? Oh, Tanishq pits? Oh my god, did he have wing damage? As Caesar pulls away and he makes the safety car restart there, and wow, let's take a quick look, and again it's a 8/10 gap that he pulls, and Quick Killer already making one position up there on the medium tires. So yep, he's just going to have that pace advantage. Can he make a move on Hushrav though, considering the pace difference in the drivers at the moment, because Hushrav is one of the fastest drivers in IRL, but he is on the slower tire right now. So can Quick Killer make those inroads with this God-sent opportunity to him? So Quick Killer can very much win this race, considering he is on the medium tire compound. Like, I'm not sure why Tanishq has boxed. I'm not sure if he just went into someone and got some damage. But we have Hushrav and Gupta. Hushrav going down the inside. Oh, there was a little bit of wheel banging there, as Hushrav again gets the better exit, and we see these drivers scrapping away. Quick Killer just biding his time behind these drivers to capitalize on any mishaps. And Caesar again just having the fantastic safety car restart with a 1.2 second lead already, and more to do with also the battle going on in P2 that is enabling him to pull away, because these guys are just scrapping away and losing so much time to him behind. So Caesar is looking good right now. It's a good 1.5 second lead that he has at the moment, and we have Quick Killer just biting away his time. Hopefully he's not losing too much of his tires behind Hushrav, but yeah, he's just sticking there. He's just hanging in there to see what happens, because Hushrav and Gupta are going to scrap away naturally throughout. So it's going to be interesting. Mayank as well on the medium tires, just too far back at the moment. But Tanish gets a 3 second. Oh my god, this race is just not going well for him as it stands. But yeah, okay, going back to the battle up front. So we have Quick Killer, who's on board, is giving us a really good idea of what's going on here between Gupta and Hushraf. And Quick Killer is just batting away his time, waiting for these guys to pan up, use up their ERS, and just holding back in there as Gupta goes extremely defensive there, grabbing the inside line, and he goes back on to the normal racing line there. Okay, so no move making here, I think, because DRS is not enabled. Once DRS is enabled, it's going to be really interesting, because then it's going to be then it's going to be race time. So it's going to be, yeah, once DRS is enabled, I think next lap race control should allow the DRS to be open. So after that happens, it's going to be interesting to see what these drivers do, as Gupta and Hushraf getting close as Quick Killer goes down the inside and Hushraf just keeps it in front. Wow, okay, really capitalist move from oh, I said capitalist, my bad, opportunistic move from Quick Killer there. And we have a yellow flag in sector 3. So we have Mayank, who's he gets a 3 second and he spins off the track again, taking too much curb on that occasion. Quickly going back as he just sets the fastest lap of the race, and that's followed up by Epic Brother setting the fastest lap as well. And again, these three strapping away as DRS is now enabled by race control. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. Quick Killer just a little bit far behind on this occasion. Hopefully he can claw his way back up, and okay, this is getting really close between Gupta and Hushraf. I'm going to quickly make a switch. I don't know if I should switch to the broadcast at the moment, because this is a really good view of what is happening up in front, but I don't think there's going to be any move making on this occasion as well. And Hushraf goes down the inside. Wow, that was such a late move, extremely late breaking into that corner, and he just takes Gupta by surprise there. He takes, wow, what a move from Hushraf there, almost missed it. Wow, okay, he takes P2 back again, but Gupta's not going to let this go away very easily. He hangs back in there, and what is Gupta going to do on this occasion, as Ayan Rahul gets another 3 seconds? That's a 9 second overall penalty for him for track extension, so not ideal for the Alpha Tauri driver there. And Quick Killer just hanging back there. He's not making any inroads at the moment, which he really needs to, because he's running out of laps. And he needs to take advantage of those medium compound tires, which are so much quicker than the hard, as he gets an amazing exit going out of there, does Quick Killer now. And hanging in P5 is Shadow on the hard compound tires, making, I mean, a decent, very decent, he's just hanging in there and not doing much, but he's hanging in there on those hard tire compounds. So that's good. And we have Hushraf taking the fastest lap of the race away from Epic Brothers as well. So Hushraf really now extending his limits, and elbows out for him as he tries to, catch Caesar maybe for the race win, which I feel like the probability of that is significantly low at the moment, considering the pace Caesar has shown and considering the 5 second penalty that Hushraf has for speeding in the pits. So it's looking like, sector, I think we have an Alfa Romeo that's off, or is it Redstone Derp? It is Redstone Derp. Our own Beyblade of IRL has, I think, made another spin okay, in P10. But moving back to the lead, so now Gupta within 4/10 of Hushraf, no move making here, and Quick Killer again just hanging in there. He's not doing much, he's hanging in there in that 4/10 window and just chilling. Meanwhile, Hushraf is making a couple of tenths up on Caesar, but not enough to have a significant impact on his race. So, well, it's looking good for Caesar at the moment, and we have Hushraf who is in P2 currently trying to pull a gap, because Hushraf needs to pull a gap right now. I think Gupta might just be playing it really smart here by not making any significant moves, just hanging in there, putting in some pressure, and knowing that Hushraf has 5 seconds, he's going to be ahead of him. So I think Gupta is just capitalizing on that 5 second time penalty, and I think that's what he's trying to do. And Caesar's just suddenly lost 4 to 5 tenths. What? He's now within a, what is happening? It's Caesar just lost seven to eight tenths out of that corner. Did he make a mistake there? Are his tires starting to rub off? That's not possible on 6 lap old hards. Or is Hushrov now absolutely extending his, putting it everything into this? Because now Hushrov is within DRS as well. What is happening as Mayank now on the soft tire compound takes the fastest lap of the race in P10? So really interesting to see what is happening here, because this has just opened up possibilities for Hushrov, who is now in P2, but he's now within DRS of Caesar. I don't know what happened there, if Caesar made a mistake or not, but suddenly out of nowhere Caesar just lost, I think, over a second in my opinion. It was a 1.9 second comfortable gap, and it's now within DRS. So I'm not sure if what is happening here is, wow, that is surprising. What's happening? I think Hushrov is really pushing, because he's 8 tenths clear of Gupta now. He's now starting to pull away from Gupta as well, and he's made inroads on Caesar. So Hushrov, I think he is currently the fastest man on the track at the moment. And yeah, let's take a quick look at the fastest lap as well. How do you see the fastest lap? Yeah, fastest lap, I think it's Mayank at the moment, but I think Hushrov is the fastest on the mediums by a small margin. So yep, that's that. And I'm going to quickly go back to this and see what is happening here, because now Hushrov is within DRS. So now this makes things infinitely harder for Gupta, because he won't be able to gain as much time as he would like to, considering Hushrov does have the DRS now as well. So very, very confused to what's happening now. Caesar is, what is happening? What is happening to Caesar, because he's just losing so much time there, and now Hushrov is within 5 tenths of Caesar with that DRS as well. So I'm not sure what's happening to Caesar. I just feel like I should go on board with him once to have a look, have a quick look as to what is happening. He looks all right to me personally, and don't think there's any issues with. I'm not sure, and Nazad Stone gets another 3 seconds, so not ideal for the Alfa Romeo driver there. But meanwhile, Caesar his onboard is looking pretty solid to me. I'm not sure what is happening. Is Hushrov that quick? Is Hushrov having that big of a pace advantage? He's not letting Caesar breathe from once what was looking comfortable. Now Hushrov is just pushing the limits. I mean, it's still pretty comfortable for him, considering he has a 5 second, which is completely bolstered Hushrov's race here. But yeah, because as it stands, he will drop back significantly. He will drop back to, in my opinion, behind even PSI legends. So that's not going to be good. Okay, no, considering the penalty situation, he might just get away with a P4 or P5. But yeah, as Epic gets another one, so that's 6 seconds for him as well. So I think Hushrov will drop back to a P4 or a P5. So that's not ideal for him again. And we have another yellow flag. I think that's the McLaren of Tanishq, if I am not wrong. Yep, it's the McLaren of Tanishq going ball Beyblade on that circuit. Okay, so going back to the lead, what's going to happen now? No move making this time around either, so it's 5 tenths that separates Hushrov and Caesar. Okay, super interesting to watch what's going to happen here. I mean, honestly, at the moment it's pretty straightforward for Caesar. I mean, he couldn't even bother fighting it, considering he has that 5 second kind of delta. But yeah, let's wait for some good racing between two of the quickest drivers of IRL. So yep, let's see what happens here. And Gupta, meanwhile, also just falling away very slightly. Like, he's just got out of that 4/10 window that he was consistently making up, but he's still very much there, up to pick up that P2. And Epic, I think he's looking okay. No, Epic has 6 seconds, if I'm not wrong. I think let's quickly check the penalties as well. So he has 6 seconds, so he's not looking good for yeah, Epic is not looking good there, but Quick Killer will gain that position on Epic and Hushrov as it stands. So Quick Killer can very much be on the podium, as I have put the commentator scores on that. I'm very sorry, the QK. But we have another yellow flag, sector 2, that's McLaren as well. I think that's Tanishq again on those hot tires, just spinning again and again, in my opinion. It's sector 2 and sector 3. So something is not right. But I think, alright, that looks fine. So we have Ushraf now within 5 tenths again, not being able to make those inroads on Caesar. So yep, it's not looking very good for the Haas driver who has made such a good comeback. And we have Ayan Rahul who's retired from the session. Do we have a safety car here? Do we have a very late safety car here? Doesn't look like it, but we have a retirement. So yep, I cannot see Ayan Rahul. Can we see his car? It's a safety car. It's a safety car. Oh my god. Chip Schema gets a drive-through penalty. No way. This has just turned the whole race around, because what is happening in the lead there? As Ushraf pits for softs. Now he can also get that 5 second removed, but somewhere he's going to lose that 5 seconds as well. So Ushraf is going to have around 2 laps of racing to make up all the positions that he can. So let's see who has made a pit stop here. And Caesar stays out. Very interestingly, Caesar stays out. I think that's a wise move with Gupta. Gupta very much looking okay. I'm not gonna say it until it happens. But Gupta looking good for a first win here. Wow. Okay. So Ushraf in P4. On the soft tire compound. Oh my god, has the race turned around for this man. And this is going to be... Okay, this is going to be easy for Ushraf. I don't want to say it, but I think this is going to be so easy for Ushraf, considering the pace advantage that these softs have for the first 3 to 4 laps. They are absolutely monstrous. The pace advantage is just like there's no comparison compared to the mediums and the hards that the softs can give you, and it's only 3 laps to go, and I think we'll have another lap of safety car as well. So 2 laps of good racing is what is going to happen in my opinion, even though the pack is super spread out at the moment, and hopefully they catch up, because otherwise they're not going to have enough racing laps. So it's, yeah, I think we're not going to have DRS either. So Caesar made a very good call there as well, like a really smart move there from him, because he knows that it's not going to be DRS enabled until the end of the race. So he pretty much has gotten away with that, and he's going to have 100% DRS as well, considering the safety car. So this is going to be super interesting, super interesting to watch what happens. We have a really good race on our hands, and it's Ushraf on whom all the eyes are on, because he's the one that can make the inroads at the moment. Gupta looking very good in P2 as well, right behind Caesar. What can he do to potentially take his first race win? But I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it. No commentators curse applied here. But yeah, and Quick Killer, really disappointed for him. He got a 3 second penalty. He was running such a good race there. Very much looking good for a podium. But it looks a little bit tougher now, considering the 3 second. And Chip Schema with such a good race last weekend in Montreal, grabbing that race win with such fine margins. Has gotten a drive through from P5 again. He was running such a good race, and he's been super consistent throughout the season as well, apart from the races he's missed. But super consistent driver, and unfortunately he's had to face a drive through, so he will be that's his race over pretty much. But yeah, because he's going to have to go when the safety car resumes, and he's going to have only a lap to finish after that, so he's pretty much done now. But we have Tanishq, who's also way behind, so he might just grab a P10 with some points. So not too bad, but not looking too good either for the Red Bull driver. So yeah, I'm so excited for this safety car restart. This is going to be super interesting. I'm going to go on board with Caesar for a bit, just see what this man is doing. Yeah, he's just chilling at the moment as it stands, while I'm going to go grab a cookie really quick. Drivers are getting those temps back up, as the pack is bunched up. We're only waiting for one Red Bull. Is that Chip Schema? No, who's that Red Bull? Oh, that's Mayank. Oh, right. So that's Mayank who we are waiting for, who finishes the last points position, P10. No, sorry, that's P12 in IRL, my bad. But he's there. So points for everyone who finishes this race. And we have safety car in your slab race control has deployed the message So we are up for a really good two laps, two final laps to the line. This is gonna be like everyone needs to pump in now, qualifying laps to get this restart done and sorted. And we have Caesar, who is going to do the third safety car restart of this race. Very uncommon to see so many safety cars here, but this is how it is today. So we have a good race on our hands because of that. And all our eyes on Hushraf on those soft tire compound. He will be waiting to gun it as soon as the racing resumes. But wow, this is going to be so interesting as Caesar just really trying to get those steps in and get into the right window for a good safety car restart. I think he's already gone. Yep, Caesar is already gone. And again getting such a good safety car restart with over 8/10 advantage over Gupta. So again Gupta being caught out by that. But what is Hushraf going to do? Too far behind there. So wow, and we have Tanish who is being lapped if I'm not wrong. So wow, quick killer in P3 as well. What a good inroad for him on the fresher tire again. So he could make a move on Gupta there, but that 3 second is not going to help him very much. So this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one for Hushraf as well. Even though he's on the softs, I think it's going to be really tough for him because there is no DRS till the end of the race. So yep, Caesar is just master of strategy. He's just made such a confident call there to stay out. You know, even knowing that Hushraf is a fast driver and he could potentially, you know, like make up those positions and take the lead away from him. Really good call from him as Hushraf gets a monstrous exit on Racing Gupta and he makes the move as Quick Killer jumps up to P2 as well. Now tailing Caesar, right behind Caesar there. He's willing to make that move even though he knows he has a 3 second. But he is on the soft tire compound. So Quick Killer with a huge advantage, huge pace advantage there, and he's trying to go down the outside of Caesar and he has that extra grip and Caesar runs him off the road. But did we have contact there? Oh no, Caesar is lost all position. Hushraf into the lead of the race. Oh my god, Racing Gupta retired from the session. What is going on? What is going on here? I'm so sorry, I'm missing these incidents. I'm not sure what the hell just happened. And Hushraf sets the fastest lap of the race and he's now 3 seconds into the lead. We have Gupta, Caesar and Quick Killer all retiring. I think it was Quick Killer coming on to the track and Caesar hitting him in the back and all of them spilling out and Gupta getting caught out in that. What has just happened? We've had 3 DNFs after that safety car restart on the last lap. What is going on? I'm out of breath here. What is going on? We have 6 DNFs all of a sudden in wow, okay, this is not panned out the way we thought about it. And PSI Legends is on the podium. PSI Legends and Shadow Sword on the podium. What is going on there? And they're scrapping away for the final podium position. And wow, is PSI going to go for that move? Is PSI going to go for that move? He stays back. He stays back. He knows Shadow has that 3 second. That's not going to help him. And Hushraf now with the fastest lap of the race is leading away. And he takes the championship lead as it stands. Wow, with a really good buffer of points. Wow, with a 12-point advantage, he goes into this lead, into this race. So that's insane. And as he rounds up the final couple of corners, the Haas driver, wow, what a performance from him. And I'm not sure what happened there, but wow, that is something from the back of the grid. Wow. As Hushraf rounds the final corner and from the back of the grid, Hushraf wins the French Grand Prix and takes the fastest lap of the race. So maximum points from the Haas driver. He takes the win, he takes the championship lead, and with a buffer of 14 points, with 12 points, he is clear of URL Ethan, who is his championship rival. Going into the last 2 races, Hushraf will have 12-point advantage over URL Ethan, taking the win from the back of the grid. Wow, what a performance from the Haas driver. Really unfortunate for Caesar and Gupta and Quick Killer there, who are running such a fantastic race. They didn't put one foot wrong throughout, and just very unfortunate as to what happened there. I'm not sure what happened because I was on board, unfortunately. But we have Hushraf who takes the win. What a surprise win from the back of the grid. And that's a really cookie celebration from him as well. He will be enjoying this win from the back of the grid. Again, a really, really good display of what a talented driver Khusrav is. And PSI legends taking, I think, P3 if I'm not wrong, and Shadow taking that P2. Okay, let's just check again. Let's run down the order because I got so caught out by those incidents that I just really did not expect. So we have Khusrav in P1 taking his third win of the season, if I might, and also taking the fastest lap, so maximum points for the Haas driver from the back of the grid, also taking driver of the day. So huge weekend for the Haas driver, and we have PSI in P2, Shadow taking another podium this season, P3 for the Alpine driver, followed by Epic Brothers in P4, Redstone Dope in P5 after those spins, really good recovery from him, P6 for Mayank, P7 for Chipski after that drive-through penalty, Kanishk P8, Gupta, Caesar and Killer, P9, P10, P11 making the last of the points positions, followed by Rahul in P12, Vishnu and V6 who have the NF. So wow, okay, luckily it was on the last lap, so these guys will end up with points, Gupta, Caesar and Quick Killer, but I'm sure they wanted a lot more than that this weekend. They were going for that win, and unfortunately it just didn't turn out for them the way it should have. And yep, that's the French Grand Prix wrapped up here at Paul Ricard. So I'm going to quickly invite the podium sitters to the podium interview, and we can get on with them. So let's quickly do that. I'm going to make a lobby now, so just be patient and hang on in there, as I am alone taking it solo for comms this weekend. But yep, let's start the party. And okay, I think I have invited everyone on the party, and I'm going to quickly leave this and go to the showroom so we can interview these podium sitters at the French Grand Prix. So I'm going to leave this session really quickly, and I'm going to go to the showrooms, which should be here. Okay. This game is taking a while to load. So we're going to go F12021, and we're going to first start with Shadow Sword, the Alpine. So I'm waiting on these drivers to join the podium interview. I hope they've received the invites. Okay, I don't think any one of them has joined. Radio check, guys. Anyone here? Have they all joined? Okay, join. So we have Khusrav, our race winner, who has joined us for the podium interview, and we do not have anyone else. Yep, we do not have anyone else at the moment. So I'm just going to get away with our race winner and championship leader. So yep, I cannot find the Haas car. Where is the Haas car? Okay, there it is. All right. So Khusrav, radio check. Can you hear me? Yeah, slightly soft on the audio, so if you could just increase your volume a little bit.
Better now?
Yep, loud and clear. So, Khusrav, oh my god, from the back of the grid. Did you have a qualifying ban?
1 second, do you want yeah, I did have a qualifying ban. Do you want to wait for the other two? Because I think they're going to join.
Okay, I'll wait for them. Alright, let's wait for everyone to join in. Send the invites, so it should be here anytime. So we have Shadow Sword in P3. In the Alpine, we have PSI Legends, surprise podium for him in P2. and after a late pit stop, I think he made 4 pit stops today, but he is in P2, so capitalizing off those incidents that happen, and we have obviously Ushraf who takes the race win, third win of the season. So we have Shadow Sword as well in P3 who has joined the race interview, but we are still waiting on PSI, so not sure what that man is, but still waiting on, so just hang on in there. PSI.
I'm here, man.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, PSI,
Yeah.
you're here? Okay, no, PSI is still not here. So well, let's begin with Shadow Sword, our P3 for the French Grand Prix in D1. So Shadow, take us through your race. What a fantastic race for you. A podium after a long time. So how does it feel to be up here?
What do you mean podium after a long time? I got a podium very recently. Nah, I honestly I don't have much to say. The race was boring. I was just sitting behind, no real passing. Had one battle with Gup maybe. And I was just waiting for my time bomb quick killer to go off in the top 5 and claim my rightful position. You know, what can I say? Like, it just all worked out in the end. It was good. You know, Hushav and I love being on this podium together. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
cheers.
really maintained the pace. I mean, at one point it was Hushrav, you and Gupta really scrapping away for a very long time. Like just
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like
That was
put a
pretty
blanket
intense. I mean, I
over
was
the
just
race.
watching. I was just really close and watching them. I wasn't really part of it.
That was good though. At least you could, you know, like you maintained your pace and you kept up with the guys, and you didn't really make any hasty moves there. So that worked out for you at the end. So congrats on that P3. Very much
Thank you.
deserved. And all right, so congrats on that. And we do not have PSI joining us as of now. I don't think he's gonna come. So let's move on to the man we want to hear the most, the race winner of today, Hushrav from the back of the grid. Did you expect to win this race like this with the fastest lap,
Not
with
at
the driver
all.
of the day, everything? This is your weekend. Take us through it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like start of the weekend, I didn't even think I'd be I didn't even think I'd be leading the championship today, let alone with the way the race has gone. Because I had a 5-second penalty from Canada that I had to serve today as well. So even when I was actually battling Caesar for the race win, I knew it wasn't going to be the race win because the 5-second would come in. And my God, I don't know what happened in those last 2 laps. Like I made after the SA restart, I made one move on Gupt, and that put everything around me after that just combusted by itself.
Right.
I have no
were you
idea.
able to capture what happened between Caesar, Quick Killer? Because I couldn't see what happened. It was
honestly, the way I saw it, again, this is just while I was driving extremely fast doing my own race, so I might be completely wrong here, but I think Quick Killer and Caesar were side by side, and Quick Killer tried squeezing Caesar a bit, but like you can't exactly squeeze someone at that corner because the corner is also turning right simultaneously. So I think it was just like that glitch where you have 2 cars stuck together, and then like it just takes the path of the car that's on the outside, and then
right.
both of them.
So
ended
did you
in
have to
one. So I
avoid
think
the
it just-
incident as well, or were you able to get away with it?
No. The thing is, they completely swiped each other off straight across the track.
Oh
So
my
I just
God.
went flat out straight through. And then I think there was chaos because I don't know whether it was them rejoining, it was a separate incident. I don't know what happened, but like out of nowhere, I went from 4 cars behind me to suddenly like a 5-second gap behind me. So I have no clue what happened.
I got caught out by that
Yeah.
as well. I was wondering what's happened
was-
there. But
No, it was pushing till the last lap because I knew I had that 5-second penalty at the back.
Yep.
So all through the race, I wasn't like counting the cars in front. I was just looking behind to see like,
yeah.
do I have 5 seconds? Do I have 5 seconds? And I had to like drive such a precise race, so I had to like avoid warnings.
I mean, this is such a huge weekend for you. Like this is practically every single every single thing you won this weekend. I mean, you've taken back your championship lead. You got the fastest lap. You took the
Yeah.
race win from the back of the grid. And I mean, what else is there? I mean, you've taken everything this weekend.
Let's hope it carries forward for the next 2 weekends, but no
yep.
solid race. I mean, Shadow and me are the France merchants. He's always there on the podium with me at France. So good race by him. And I mean, I feel for Caesar because he ran a really good
brilliant
race
race
all the
from
way
him,
up.
yeah.
Led every lap basically up until that point, minus
Wow,
at the
yeah,
start.
that
So-
was really good from Caesar as well. I was expecting
Yeah.
him to be up there as well, but unfortunately, That's been really unfortunate. But anyways, congratulations on your win and the championship lead. Hopefully you can carry this momentum on to the next race weekend as well, as we close for this weekend of the Indian Racing League. And that'll be all for this weekend. Catch us on Friday for the same. Thank you.